For years, our secondary, our middle and high school students have had take-home Chromebooks, but the elementary grades were shared environment. So what we did is we had some Chromebooks in the back of the classroom, and we had mobile lab carts that they would move from room to room. So starting this year, though, each classroom has a cart full of those, and they also have the sleeves and power supplies to send those home with the students if the school chooses. When students didn't have internet access at home, or at least didn't have reliable internet access at home, we provided mobile hotspots. And the mobile hotspot is a cellular device that they can take home, turn on, and it creates a little Wi-Fi hotspot in their house. And so we're going to continue that program this year. So if a student is quarantined and doesn't have internet at home, we'll provide them a hotspot. So the parent would contact the school directly, contact the main number, and they will either get the technology specialist or take a message. Obviously that person's going to be very busy during the day, but get that message to the technology specialist, who would be the person that typically would provide that support to the parent. We do use tools that filter the internet and limit access to communication tools with third parties. But we always recommend that parents supervise the computer use, whether it's our Chromebook or whether it's a home computer. We do know that we're going to have to deal with quarantines, whether that be one or two students or a class and so forth. But the long-term benefit is that the students really got used to using a lot of the digital tools, and the teachers did. And while that had been in place in middle and high school, in elementary it was still mostly paper-based. So now we have a combination of the paper-based tools as well as the digital tools. And I think that the elementary teachers really appreciated the interactive nature of some of the digital tools and wanted to continue using those. I think that having equitable access to the technology is of huge importance to the students. And then along with equitable access to internet. So that's the part with the hotspots and the Chromebooks. When we put that together, we're hopefully at least putting a serious dent in the digital divide, if not solving it temporarily for the next couple of years. The old Chromebooks, what we'll do is we take those back, we grade them by condition, and then we auction those or sell those to companies that do reclaimed electronics. And that money typically, depending on the year with the volume, can be anywhere from $300,000 to $800,000 that comes back into the district, which goes back to the general fund to be used actually for teacher salaries. The expansion of the Chromebooks in elementary schools and the Promethean boards, the interactive AV systems that we're putting in the schools, were supported by the public who voted for the sales tax referendum. So that half-cent sales tax, that's part of where your money is going, is to pay for those technologies for the schools.